So one of the challenges being a millionaire, or even if you're a multi-six-figure earner, you're young, you're in your early 20s, late 20s, like I am, 28 years old, you might discover the challenge of finding a partner. Now, I've been blessed to have found my partner before I made and continue to make all this money I generate today in my life. So I have that blessing. I don't know what it's like to make all the money on your own, technically, as a solo entrepreneur, or maybe you have an employee or two and you're building. And then you also want to add the element of having a partner in your life, because you know having that wife, or vice versa, having that husband, that's going to help you accelerate and have that support, that person that's just going to be your number one fan in your business when everyone else is against you, or feels like everyone else is against you, or whenever you feel like you're alone. You can't go home with your business partners, right? You can't go home with your clients. So being able to have someone that you can share intimate thoughts with, having that partner, is a challenge. So my personal advice, that if you are someone that made the money, it's been a couple of years, you've made all this money technically on your own, and now you have positioned yourself, I'm going to speak to the men directly, you've positioned yourself where you now want to go and find yourself a wife. You want to find that partner that you can grow with for the rest of your life. In the 21st century today, my goodness, it looks extremely difficult with modern women, modern men, alpha men, betas and zetas and deltas and omegas and who knows, right? We got he, she's and they, thems, and there's so much going on. There's a lot of confusion. I think the best thing that you could do, that I would do, is I would go find myself a who. Find yourself a who. A who being someone that you know in your sphere of influence, in the business space of what you do, in the industry that you're in, that you're succeeding in. Go find the top man or woman that is married, kids, the whole nine. So someone that's 10, 20 years ahead of you, that also made all their money before finding their spouse, and ask them what specific questions they had in mind. I'm pretty sure there's going to be certain parameters that you need to have. You need to have certain standards. It can't just be the looks, although that's important, obviously, for men. I get it, right? I am engaged to the most beautiful woman on the planet. So looks are attractive. Looks can also be deceiving, right? A way you measure the character of that woman is by her faith and loyalty. So what are some things that you can do that aren't necessarily questions like, hey, what do you bring to the table? That's a turnoff, man. Don't say things like that. Just be in that person's presence. If you're on a date, be presently there and see how they operate with the waitress. See how they operate in their environment when you open the door for them, open, close, move, the way they walk, the way they talk, the way they carry themselves, their posture. Look at small details that you don't necessarily even have to call out or draw up a written resume or test, so to speak. Let's not do any of that wild stuff of these interesting male gurus out there that teach you how to sleep with multiple women and, I don't know, to no end, right? On this channel, in this environment, if you're looking for a partner, someone that's gonna ride or die, someone that's gonna be with you, taking two individuals, becoming one, and going through this thing that we call life and even afterlife. That person, go find your who. Find the someone that has gone through it, and maybe find yourself someone that also is around your age range. They might be 5 steps ahead of you, right? Going to these nice business intimate masterminds. I know there are ones that I really like. I'm in the insurance industry, so going to the AND Asset, or maybe the IBC think tank, or looking up a YouTube channel that covers, if you're in the insurance industry, just give me an example here, of these people that host these events where you can spend 3-4 days with strangers and network, right? You might even find your partner there because they might be on that same mentality. The Vault by Patrick Bet-David is a phenomenal conference to attend to. And I'm absolutely sure you're gonna find someone in your age range, maybe they're a few years older than you, and you wanna just sit them down, invite them to coffee, just find your who, and let the rest play itself out.